Like I said, this is toxic. So I slaps her. I slaps her, and then I'm backing away, right? I'm backing away. I'm backing away. Now what she do is we had like a DVD player, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't have no cable. We had a DVD player, right? It had this big ass remote. She grabs the remote, throws it at my face, right? Throws it at my face, cuts my eyebrow, right? Splits my eyebrow open. Blood is leaking down my face. I'm like, oh, bitch, you did it now. I'm about to kill you in here.
Just walking in the house in my room, gotta make her put it on. She don't like wearing clothes, just left Concord, North Carolina. I was licking on booty and a whole lot of vagina. Eat a boozer with some ice cream, she'll remember you. Ice Cube, make it chip, shiver like the winter do.
See me with the crew, I better get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move, make a move.
Started. Please don't get me started. Started. Please don't get me.
Man, I know you see me looking good in this apparel right here. This is Levels and Lengths, brought to you by Made in Paris Apparel, man. If you want to drip like this, go ahead and contact them based off of what you see on the left side of your screen or the right side of your screen, man. Holla. What up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, a.k.a. the Global Dark Skin Ambassador. I got a story time for y'all. I want to explain to y'all about the craziest, most violent fight me and my baby mama ever had. Now, this is going to be a lesson in self-control as a man, self-worth as a man, common sense as a man, right? Also, this story is going to be extremely fucking ratchet, right? And I'm getting this story out there because you watching this video, you may have woman issues, you may have baby mama drama. I want to let you know that there's ways to go about it. And this story right here is the way you don't fucking go about it. Welcome to the Nate Almighty channel. Please go ahead so this could work for the algorithm and as many people can see this as possible, because this is going to be an educational and a ratchet story. But this is also, like I said, educational, you know what I'm saying? So please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Hit the like button. Share this video with people who you think need to see this video. Now, I'm going to take you back to, this was 2015. Now, the background of this is I had just broke up with my ex, Brittany. Now, me and Brittany was having some differences. Basically, I couldn't trust her, you know what I'm saying? So I broke it off with her, and I ain't gonna lie, I was in a vulnerable position, right? I didn't understand what I was going through until after all of this happened, right? When I had time to self-reflect and I had time to be alone, which is also why it's very important for us men to be alone, okay? It's not okay for a man who's especially not married to be up under a woman every single day, to be living with people and not having the time to be by yourself and be introspective, you know. A lot of men who come from the places where I come from, you don't have a lot of time alone to think until, like, you go to jail. You know what I'm saying? That was some of the first, like, I didn't begin to even develop the mind that I have now until I went to reconciling in prison, and you in a cell by yourself at night, and you got to think and reflect on the decisions you was making in life. But anyways, I broke up with my ex, and I was feeling vulnerable. Also, you know, like, I'm in the hood. So, you know, like, I got my son. Well, I ain't have custody of my son, but, you know, like, when your baby mother frequents the same place where you grew up at, right? You have to see her all the time. And then I see her with my son. We was kind of like estranged. That was another one of the reasons why I broke up with Brittany, because Brittany and my baby mother was beefing, and that was getting in between me spending time with my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was getting complicated, you know, like, that was also another reason. But I'm seeing her on the block, I'm like, I'm tired of living in my mother's house. I miss my baby mother now. I'm going to give this relationship thing with my baby mother one last hoorah. And I'm going to try to do this right. Currently, we broke. I ain't have no job, right? So I'm like, listen, if this is going to work, I'm going to have to take my baby mother and my son into the shelter, and we're going to try to bond there, right? All because, one, I was vulnerable. Two, I wanted some in-house pussy consistently, right? When I cared about that, right? And three, I really felt like as a man, this was something that I needed to do. And in hindsight, I realized it's because a part of me wanted to know once and for all if me and my baby mother could make it work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't plan to be together. We slept together the first time. I shot the club up. She ended up getting pregnant. And it just never worked when other people was involved. So I'm like, maybe if I could get her away from everybody and we really have time to build with each other, it could go somewhere. But this is going to be my last hoorah with this bitch, right? So, mind you, I'm about to go in detail to a lot of things that we went through while we was in the shelter. So if my baby mother ever watched this video, I just want to clarify the fact that me and both of my baby mothers, we currently get along. And we get along because I realized that I cannot sleep with them. I can't sleep with them. I ain't gonna lie. Me and my baby mom, we had a little situation the end of last year, you know what I'm saying? I blew a buns off, you know what I'm saying? And it was cool, it was great. Sex was never really our problem. It was everything else. But I'm about to go into detail with that. But I just wanna clarify and say that me and both my baby mamas get along. I love them both. And I appreciate the fact that they taking care of my sons full time while I'm not there, you know what I'm saying, as much as I used to be, being that we in two different states, right? And also, neither of them are giving me any trouble, you know what I'm saying? They're not giving me any trouble. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I mind my business, they mind their business. We keep it cordial. It's cool. I love and have love for both my baby mothers, and I want both of them to be happy. But now, look. So me and my baby mama, we get into the shelter, and if you from the Bronx and you familiar with the shelter system, the homeless shelter system, you know it's 151st Street, the Path building. It's called Path, right? I guess it's because you're homeless and they send you on a path to find housing, I guess, or whatever the hell. But so we go to Path. The first place we went to was this spot in Queens, right? This spot in Queens on Astoria, right? We arguing every single day. The reason why we arguing is because I'm trying to tell my baby mother things that she should do, right? She trying to have me move a certain way. It's just not clicking. We arguing all the time, right? They fake try to like hit me with a charge for like verbal abuse, like some weird shit, right? But basically, I end up getting kicked out that hotel, right? This was when we still in Astoria, right? I get kicked out the hotel. They told my baby mother she could stay with our son. My baby mother's like, y'all bugging. Why would I stay here? I don't even want to be in the first place. I'm only in the shelter because I want to be my baby father, right? So she leave with me. We end up going back to Path. And those of y'all who are familiar with Path, this is like a long, all-day process, paperwork, bunch of families, bunch of bad kids, shitting all over the place, peeing all over the place, crying all over the place. It's annoying. But anyway, we do a whole hour, not a whole hour, a whole day in Path. Then we end up going and getting placed in Brooklyn, right? Mad deep from the hood, right? Mad deep from the hood. Now we in Brooklyn. we still beefing. We still beefing. And the rules is a little more lax. A little more lax in the Brooklyn spot. So this is the situation. Me and my baby mama is beefing. And this is around the time where I start formulating my thoughts about the situation. And I really start understanding, me and this woman, we really don't have nothing in common. And that's not a slight towards her. But I totally ended up understanding that sex was the biggest thing we had in common. Other than that, like life goals, pursuits, favorite movies, favorite shows, none of that. We had none of that in common. You know what I'm saying? None of that in common. And on top of all of that, me and my baby mama was being sneaky. It was like she would take time. She would take time. She would say, she would say, she going to hang out with some friends or whatever. She be, seeing other people. Mind you, we was trying to be in a relationship. So she be seeing other people. One particular bitch ass nigga in person, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Who, you know what I'm saying? And also, I be taking my time out when I got away from her and my son, right? I would take that time out and I'll be going to see other people as well, including, you know what I'm saying, a former friend of hers. Like we both basically was going to see former friends of each other, spending time with former friends of each other. And also, I had my other like little situations, you feel me? And I understand that I was barking and beefing with her for acting a certain type of way when in all due reality, she ain't never did more dirt than me, you know what I'm saying? Never did more dirt than me, you feel me? Like, but I'm still, I'm a man. I could do this. You can't, you know what I'm saying? One of the things I used to say to her all the time was that I want all of you or none of you, period, you know what I'm saying? To the point where she had to lie about herself and lie to me just to keep me in her life. You feel me? Just to keep me in her life. When in all due reality, I was supposed to be a man about the situation and say, yo, listen, a relationship with me and you ain't never gonna work. Like, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. Sure, we gonna smash from time to time, but a relationship ain't never gonna work. Let's just keep it a bean. We really had no purpose going into the shelter. She went to the shelter because I told her, like, yo, let's do it. And she went along with it. Because we both was, like, giving this thing, like, a shot. You feel me? But we beefing over that, arguing all the time. We ends up catching, a ACS case or whatever, a child services case, because we was like on like the ground floor of the building and we didn't like arguing in front of our son. So what we did was we had the window all the way open. And we like had like our son outside the spot. Even though we watching them and arguing, we had them outside the spot. So we end up getting in trouble for that. It's like, yo, that's negligent, this, that, and the third. We had to deal with that later. Like, the case is over because, my son was 3 years old at the time. He's 10 now, but we had to deal with that, right? So now we're going to get into the fight. Right? So this was just one of those times where we stuck in the house with each other all day. And we just beefing. We arguing over like dumb stuff. I remember she might have like been trying to like cook breakfast or something and like she got eggs in her hand. I slapped the car and the eggs out of her hand. She getting tight. She went through my phone. She found messages I had to this former friend of hers, and she was tight about that. So she's slamming stuff. She's slamming the fan on the floor. Mind you, this is summertime. Like, it's dumb hot outside. Like, bitch, what are you doing? You trying to break the fan? The only fan we got, we in a homeless shelter. Ain't no AC in here. You feel me? So like, we beefing. Mind you, We got like our son, he somewhere in the corner somewhere. He oblivious to the situation because he got like his face in the phone, like playing games and all of that. But me and his mother, we beefing, and we was just beefing all day. You feel me? So at some point, our son is asleep. We still beefing. I don't know what had happened. But I did something. No, she did something. She did. I think she, I think she like invited me to the Frank stand or something, right? Invited me to the Frank stand or something. And if you don't know what inviting somebody to the Frank stand is, that's when you tell somebody basically like suck my dick. So I think she said that to me, right? And then I slapped her. You feel me? Like I slapped her. I She the only like girl in history that I ever even remotely tolerated that. But she don't do that now. Like we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? If we have like a heated argument now, I'm probably gonna throw the Frank first. You know what I'm saying? Because that always was me. But you know, I was on some. You can't say it to me because like I beat your ass. You feel me? Like I said, this is toxic. So I slaps her. And then I'm backing away, right? I'm backing away. Now what she do is we had like a DVD player, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't have no cable. We had a DVD player, right? It had this big ass remote. She grabs the remote, throws it at my face, right? Cuts my eyebrow, right? Splits my eyebrow open. Blood is leaking down my face. I'm like, oh, bitch, you did it now. I'm about to kill you in here, right? So, boom. I grab her. We start tussling and stuff like that. I end up like fake, like choking her out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got her in the headlock. And men, y'all know. If you ever got into a domestic situation with your girl, your baby mother, y'all know we always hold back. You know what I'm saying? It could always be worse than, like, we always hold back our strength. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like fake, like fiending her out. I'm applying enough pressure to let her know that I'm not playing with her without, you know what I'm saying, going overboard. Because we men, we know. Like you could take a woman's life with your bare hands if you really want to apply that pressure. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm fiending her out, right? I'm not realizing that she got a blade in her pocket. You know what I'm saying? So she pull out this little like switchblade. She cuts my arm with it, right? But it's like, just like I was holding back, she was holding back. Cause she really could have like poked me up for real. She really could have poked me up, but she gave me like a little slice on the arm or whatever. So when I realized she sliced me, I let her go. So now she on the opposite side of the room, I'm on the opposite side of the room, and somehow, some way, our son is like sleeping, like he out cold while we having this big fight, right? I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm packing up my shit, I'm leaving. You can have that, nigga. Y'all both can suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'm out. I'm like, you a bird, you corny. I should have never came here with you. I should have stayed with my ex. You feel me? So she trying to make it hot. She like, nigga, you just beat my ass in here. You talking about you leaving? Now you want to leave? How about I leave right now? And get you locked up? I'm like, you ain't about to do shit, right? So she act like she about to go walk out the door and go tell on me, you feel me? So I grabs her, right? So we tussling. And in the midst of it, we get tired. So I just remember now the story is about to go left. Right? And this is why we so ratchet, right? And it's like, I'm gonna explain. So I remember we tired. I remember she's sitting on the bed, right? I'm standing up, right? We go from screaming at each other to dissing each other, but the tone is going down. Right? And then at some point, we just start kissing, bro. We just start kissing, y'all. So we kissing, boom, we kissing. I stand up, you know what I'm saying? I get the wop. You feel me? I get the wop, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the best wop sessions she ever gave me. Gave it a wop, gave me the wop, you feel me? Like the whiz-op, the widda-da-da-dop, you feel me? So we just start smashing. We just start smashing, you know what I'm saying? Raw dog, of course, you know what I'm saying? Raw dog, of course. Boom. One of the best, one of the best rounds of sex we ever had in our life, right? Together, right? So we smash, we smash, we smash. We end up calming down. And in my head, I'm like, I love this bitch. But also, I'm like, I hate her. I'm like, yo, this shit ain't never gonna work. This ain't never gonna work. You know what I'm saying? After that point, I really was like, yo, we both ain't shit. This the most toxic, reckless thing that has ever happened to me. I'm like, yo, like, I'm gonna have to let this girl go. At that point, I realized that, you know what I'm saying, a relationship was never gonna work. Me and her always had this lustful attraction thing, even from the first moment she met me, when she couldn't keep her eyes off me when I first came home from jail, and she was just posted up. She was just posted up on the block with one of her little bird friends, and she just could never keep her eyes off me, right? I'm like, I don't want my son to grow up in the household seeing this. I'm like, we ain't never gonna stop fighting. We ain't never gonna stop fighting. I realized that us dealing with each other for too long, it's always gonna be a fight because I'm a Pisces, she a Virgo. We don't mix, but there's always an attraction there, you know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be an attraction. I'm like, I gotta distance myself from this girl, you feel me? And from that point on, I mostly distance myself from my baby mama. However, I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Like it might be a situation, you know what I'm saying, like once or twice a year, we link up, we do our thing. I'm trying to make 2022 be the year that we don't smash because I feel like this. It's like there's millions of other niggas in the world that's gonna be nicer to her than me, who's gonna respect her more than me. I'm just like, I'm a womanizer. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to work my way through it, you know? I got the Everybody is Toxic podcast. It's coming. I'm reminding y'all in every video now, by the way, that Everyone is Toxic podcast is coming. I'm going to have guests, but a lot of times it's going to be just me. And my mission is to learn all different types of love and learn how to love because I feel like even to this day, I don't know how to love a woman the right way, you know? I got to take my part of the blame for not loving, you know what I'm saying, neither my baby mothers the right way, using them for their bodies, treating them bad, you know what I'm saying, and playing a role in the after effects of what I do to them and them wanting to get back at me. I gotta understand that there's men out here who will take my baby mama out on dates on the regular, who will talk to her nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a point where I know that I can't, it's only so lovey-dovey I could be with my baby mother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It just, we've been through so much. I feel like I'm fake if I'm like being too nice to her or if I'm trying to be too romantic. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of never what our relationship was. It always been passion. Our relationship always been passion for better or worse, you know, and it's always going to be that way. And I've come to accept that, you feel me? Like I said, I have love for, you know, I still feel like, you know, she beautiful, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I said, you know, it's a compatibility thing. It's a compatibility thing. And after we had that crazy ass fight, and then we slept together right after that, I realized that there's no way I could go the rest of my life like this. We really end up killing each other. And our son is better off with us taking chances with other people and not dealing with the same type of drama that we brought each other. And him just knowing that his parents love each other still and care about each other still, than him growing up in a household seeing his parents fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? My baby mother, my oldest son's mother, is the only woman who I ever really like put my hands on. You know what I'm saying? And whenever we went through that, it never felt good. And that's partly how we end up staying with each other long, because I didn't feel good, and then I want to like make it up to her, you know, take her out, make love to her, show her that I care about her and that I feel sorry. When all the reality, was supposed to just part ways with her, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, to this day, currently right now, we cool. You know, we down to like 1 or 2 big arguments a year. It used to be way worse. It used to be every day. It used to be once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? But that's because we falling back from each other. And I choose to really fall back because I know that if I deal with her for too long or we around each other for too long, we going to end up having sex, firstly. And secondly, we going to end up fighting, you know, and that's not what I want, you know. I personally will never, ever put my hands on another woman again. Any of you men, you in a situation like that and that's what you're doing, you know, really that's not man stuff. You know what I'm saying? A man, if a woman could get you in your emotions like that, one, she bringing out the worst in you. And anybody who brings out the worst in you is not for you, for one. And for two, if she could get you to that point, this is somebody you need to not be around. You feel me? But that's the story, man. Y'all let me know if y'all got similar stories. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, the Everyone is Toxic podcast is coming.